So what is Journey of a Lifetime? Well, originally, first day or two, it was Trip of a Lifetime. And it was going to be about a bicycle trip I plan to take in June next year. And then I realized that now it's more of a journey. When I was young, in my teens, early 20s, I always dreamed about taking an epic trip or journey. Like walk the entire Appalachian Trail. Then life came and became life. Good times, bad times. And in December of last year, I had a stroke. And I suddenly couldn't walk. And that's, I guess, where this journey really begins. Needless to say, as you can probably tell, I'm out walking. I'm actually walking to town to pick up my truck that got repaired today. It's about a 2.5 mile walk. I walked to him earlier this morning. And it's just another step on my journey. I have friends that could take me. But this is a step on my journey. My stroke was in December. I was walking by Christmas with a cane. I pretty much stopped using the cane in early January. I was back to work by the middle of February. And I have a rather physical job and spend all my time on my feet. And to this day, it's now September. Tomorrow will be 9 full months since my stroke. And I don't think I'll ever fully recover. I still have moments. I may lose my balance momentarily, not that I fall. I can't run. I know as I get tired, I begin to limp. Just slightly. Only those who are closest to me really notice it. But as part of my rehab, I started walking. I set a goal, and in May of 2017, I completed my first 5K ever. I didn't run. I still can't run. I jogged part of it. It took me 42 minutes to go 3.1 miles. But I finished, much to the surprise of my family who had gathered to watch me try. I really liked it. I continued walking, and then I remembered I liked bicycling on a stationary bike in therapy. So I decided to bicycle. So I went out and I bought a bicycle, and I signed up for an online challenge to raise funds for children's cancer called the Great Cycle Challenge, and said, well, maybe I'll be able to do 100 miles. So I signed up for my 100 miles, which would have worked out to slightly over 3 miles a day. And my first day out, I went about a mile, and I was exhausted. Pretty much my limit. Now that was about a week before the challenge started. So I decided 3 miles a day might be about my limit. Well, I started to ride, realized I couldn't go up hills because I don't have the leg strength. And I still don't have the leg strength, but I discovered the rail trails. So I started riding them. And I'd go out and I'd ride 2 or 3 miles. The next day I might ride 5. And a couple days after that I'd ride 7. And before you know it, the 10th of June was there, 10 days into my 100 mile challenge, and I broke my 100 miles. So I increased my goal to 200 miles. I kind of slacked off on my riding, but I had days where I was doing 10, 12 miles. One day I did a 10-mile ride in the morning and a 12-mile ride in the afternoon. About a week after that, I did a 22-mile ride straight through on one of the local trails. So I was feeling pretty good about myself. In the middle of July, I decided to do the one trail in its entirety, which was about 38 miles round trip. And while I completed it, very near the end of the trip, I had a small accident, and due to some previous injuries to my one arm, I twisted my arm coming off the bike and haven't really ridden a bike since. My arm's now healing, and now I'm looking forward to exercising again. And it's September. Next June, the Great Cycle Challenge is going to come up again, and it's time for me to take that journey of my lifetime. So, in June of next year, I've set my mind on riding C&O Towpath and the Great American Passage. I live in a country where a lot of farm equipment goes past. And the Great American Passage, which would be Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C., all on a rail trail. It's about 334 miles, give or take. And this page, hopefully, besides showing just things about my general life and what it's like to be 59 years old and have responsibilities besides work. I do have animals, some property to take care of. I will show some preparations that I'm making for this trip. I haven't camped for 4 decades, at least, maybe 5. I haven't really been riding a bike all that long. I mean, sure, I rode all the time when I was a kid. 40 and 50 mile days were nothing, but I'm not a kid anymore. So I hope to show some of the planning and figuring and preparations for this trip. I'm going to be training, I'm going to be walking, I'm going to be riding my bike. I'll probably pull my stationary bike out and do some exercise on that over the winter, depending on what the weather's like. I've got a bicycle I want to build up for my trip. I'm going to make mistakes. I may not even use the bicycle that I have. I need to prepare meals. I'm not a rich man. Actually, I'm borderline a poor man, so I can't really afford to be buying expensive freeze-dried food. I do, however, have a food dehydrator, so I'm practicing dehydrating foods, finding out what I like, what I don't like, figuring out calorie intake and how much food I'll need. Throughout time on these videos, I'll probably show some of the products that I'm using. I'm not sponsored by anyone. Don't know that I really want to be sponsored by anyone. The products I'm using may not be the best, but they're what I can afford. whether I buy them used or buy them at yard sales or buy them off the internet. They're by no means a recommendation for the best way to do anything. As I said, I'm going to be making a lot of mistakes. Feel free to comment. Feel free to give me ideas. And, well, I'll be back. Thanks.